This side-by-side refrigerator is not cooling. In today's video I am going to share one of the reasons why a two-door refrigerator does not cool, no matter the brand. The important thing here is the model. It must be a refrigerator with two vertical doors that has the refrigerator on one side and the freezer on the other side. It generally works as follows. Look from one side. We have the freezer that the client has kindly taken care of vacating, because I have already been here, I already diagnosed it. And on the other side we have the refrigerator, that part in the back. Let's see if we can light up like this. That. Now there are different models, but they all agree that there is a duct that allows the air to enter. That is, it allows the passage of air to the refrigerator area that comes from the freezer that is here, on this side. So if the freezer is not working well, the refrigerator can't work well. So everything that can happen regarding cooling. I usually say usually because there is only one case, but we can usually handle it for you in the freezer area. Therefore, we are going to close the refrigerator door so that it does not continue learning cold, and we are going to concentrate on what the freezer is for safety reasons. When you go to work with a refrigerator, especially in the freezer area, you should wear a mask to prevent sudden changes in temperature and prevent you from catching a cold. So if my voice changes, excuse me, but I have the mask on right now so I can find out what's happening with the refrigerator. We must uncover this area above all, which is where the evaporator is located. Each model, that is, each brand is different. So in this I am not going to show you because in this case I am going to uncover it. But I repeat, each brand has a different shape. There are those that come with 2 screws. There are those that come with 4 like this, and so on. There are those that only come with a plastic cover. But the fact is that we have to discover this. We have to remove the lid to be able to show or reach what the evaporator is. We were here just a week ago and we came to the conclusion that the electrical resistance was damaged. For this reason, the entire evaporator was covered with ice. What you are looking at is not even 50% of the amount of ice that the evaporator had. I am going to share a fragment of why we came to the conclusion that it was electrical resistance. We went here to what is the metal that is placed there. That black thing you see here. We measured the continuity of the metallic pin, and indeed, it was giving continuity due to the amount of ice it had, because everything you're looking at was covered in ice. Everything your eyes see was covered in ice and was white. Everything absolutely. It gave us continuity. The metallic one, I repeat, so we have come to what resistance is. We measured the continuity in the resistance and we saw that it had no continuity. If it's white and a chicken puts it, what do you think it is? Obviously it is a chicken posture or an egg, which is the same. Addition, we also saw that there is no ice formation here and that the drainage is clean and that the ventilation that is here does not have ice either. That is, this duct that is here, which is where the air enters from the refrigerator, because we saw that it is also clean, so that there were many ballots for the resistance to be damaged. This that I am showing you now is the damaged resistor. As you can see, it has no continuity. This is one of the reasons why a side-by-side refrigerator may not be resistance cooling. This is not always the case, but this is one of the causes. Therefore, what corresponds now is to place the resistance that is missing here. But before that, we are going to clean the entire evaporator. Everything you see that has ice, we are going to defrost it and you will say okay. But why if the resistor can do its job? There are 2 reasons why we must clean the evaporator and not leave all the responsibility to the resistance. One is because the resistance will be activated when the activation corresponds through the card or through the timer according to the time it has, and the defrosting process only takes about 20 minutes, or what is the same, the no frost process, with which we have many risks that today. For example, that part where you see the most solid ice, the resistance does not give it enough time. Where there's more ice, like up here too, don't give it time to thaw. And the other reason is that if the resistance is not able to thaw everything we are looking at in a certain time, ice and magic will continue to form. The imaginary will arrive, the point where there will be solid ice up here or a little further down, not so close, because that part down here could already resist, but further up it would be a little more difficult, because I remind you that she has only one resistance that she is going to place below. Then all the resistance would not be able to defrost it, and therefore there would be more ice formation, with which we would have a recall, or what is the same, a claim. And we must avoid it by all means so that the client receives our best service. So now what corresponds is to use the miraculous. If you don't know what La Milagrosa is, here I am going to leave you a video up here so you can see what La Milagrosa is and why it is called La Milagrosa. As a preventive measure and to prevent water from falling through the duct on the ground because it a plate. But when the tray is filled, then the water spills on the laid floor. Well, basically the new resistance remains like this. The reason why this refrigerator was not cooling. However, in the freezer area it did freeze. Thank you for having reached the end, and I hope that this video has been useful to you, that it has provided you with some value. And if so, give him a well-deserved like. And remember that it is important to know, but what you do with what you know is more important.